This video is brought to you by Digital Greyhound Racing, a new NFT game by BetNFT. The game is launching soon. For more information, go to betnft.run.
Hello and welcome along to Greyhound Gold for another edition. David Short and Brett Honey, the Badger man. He's back with me on this Wednesday. How do you do, Badger?
G'day, Shorty. Going well, and we went all right last weekend. I know you had a night out there at Cannington. Forbes had to change their list of the top 100 most powerful men in the world with the amount of money you were getting around with there on Saturday night. But no, that's in the past. Hopefully we can find a few winners this Saturday night and, of course, Friday night at Mandurah as well.
Indeed. Just a quick shout-out to a couple of the WA dogs we mentioned last week. Columbus Manelli, huge performance. Well done to Morgan Turner and Columbus Manelli, finishing second in the SA
What a
Derby.
run, just quietly.
Just missed, but well done to Morgan and Columbus, did us proud. And likewise, Panama Pepper, semi-finals of the $1 Million Chase last Friday night at Wentworth Park. A running really hot time, second fastest time of the night, and missing on the final. So to the connections there, we're feeling for you. If there is a scratching, Pepper will get the run in. So fingers crossed that there is, and Panama Pepper gets to run for the mill. But if not, it'll go around in the consolation at Wentworth Park on Saturday night. Let's hope that Pepper can produce the goods in that race. Good luck to the connections. Now let's go back to last week for our run of the week, Brett. It was here at Cannington on Saturday night, heat of the WA Bred Championship, and from box number 7, Granite Song begins really nicely out there wide on the track. Fire Cloud off the inside from box number 2 is also away well in the early stages. Hinto from the pink works into the race pretty nicely as they head down the back. Granite Song just clicking through the gears very nicely indeed, goes right on with the job. Fire Cloud sticking on okay. Hinto starting to work into the race, but as they turn for home, it's all about Granite Song. Goes on for a really nice win. 4-length victory over Hinto. Good effort for runner-up. Back in third, Glorious Gun, who finished the race off really well, and Fire Cloud finishes back in fourth. 5:46, 18:31, 29 and 61 the overall
Slippery
time. Very impressive work. Well done to John and Di Carmody there with Granite Song on Saturday night. Very impressive performance taking out that heat, Brett.
This dog's absolutely flying at the moment. Look, the week before he went down to Mandurah and he hadn't seen that track under race conditions. He's previously done all his racing at Cannington, and look, he went mid-2730s there, and then I reckon that might have just given him a bit of a spark up, because even though he's always been a very good beginner, he just had that extra half a length early and he's able to get across, and this dog's flying. He's never one that I thought would be running 29.62, but what you get with him every week is effort, and that's been turning into some wins recently, and I couldn't be happier for connections. He's been going beautifully, and he'll be very hard to beat there Saturday night in the final of the WA Bred.
Yes, come up with box number 1. Capito, the other heat winner, was really good effort as well. It's a good quality lineup. Looking forward to that final at Cannington on Saturday. Let's get down to the business of finding a winner or two for you over the weekend. Friday night down there at Mandurah. I'm going to kick things off. Very best of the night race. 5, number 2, Rage on Zatara. This greyhound is airborne. Last 10 starts, 9 wins and a second. The times have been hot. Lots of them have been over the 300. But gets the perfect map here to roll straight to the front, and from there should take a power beating. I just thought it was a leg of your multis on Friday night for a dog that's just airborne. Race 5, number 2, Rage on Zatara. And the next best on the card, race 6, number 7, Ollie. That's a really hot win last week in 27.53 down at Mandurah. Moves to box 7, which, if anything, should really be better for the dog.
One where if you watch the replays, he's close to the outside fence to the inside, 100%. So box 7 is going to be no problem. Looks
ideal. So I thought they were two really nice bets Friday night race. 5, number 2, Rage on Zatara. 6, number 7, Ollie. Over to you for your thoughts, Brett.
Yeah, kicking off race 3, number 2, Prance Lamar. Now the viewers out there are probably getting sick of me mentioning this dog. He's been my value bet the last 2 weeks. He's run 2 really good seconds, I thought he was superb last week. I thought he just might show up a little bit earlier, but despite that, his run home was still really good. Just wanted to go the inside of Weblick Bliss rather than outside. And look, I think Weblick Bliss might have had enough, but we know she's been in really good form. Look, to me, he and It's a Shadow look the best dogs in the race. It's a Shadow hasn't run time for a little bit, and Prance Lamar's been getting under that 23-second mark consistently. And outside of Ice King in box 1, there's not a lot of early speed here. So even though I thought he might sit forward last week, I'm definitely expecting that to happen this week. I expect him to go mid-29, 22.80s, and I think that'll be enough. So race 3, number 2, Prance Lamar. For a bit of value, it's more of a next best, to be honest. I don't think we'll be getting an each-way price. But race 8, number 6, Global Road. Look, this dog can run free for all times. He goes mid-22.50s when he's on the arm. He has been hit and miss out of the boxes career to date. But look, last start was a 17.09 winner over the 302s. He was able to lead that race with a really good early split, and then prior to that, his early splits over the 405s have been quite decent as well. From the wide draw, I think that's where he likes to be. I think he can settle forward here, and when he does that, he runs time. So next best there, race 8, number 6, Global Road, to go with race 3, number 2, Prance Lamar.
Indeed. All right, Friday night action done and dusted. Let's get to headquarters, Cannington, Saturday night. For me, very best on the card, race 7, number 6, Vice Grip. He's an absolute star of WA Greyhound racing, make no mistake about that. Lost no admirers down there at Mandurah last week. Just ran into an absolute star at the track and trip. Moves back to Cannington here and up to 600 metres. Only had the one start over the 600 metres. On that occasion was runner-up in 34.71. Pretty hot performance. Something like that would see it pretty hard to beat. Thought there was one clear danger. The greyhound we were keen on last week. That's number 2, Unsee This. Draws the same box here. It's the main threat. I thought they looked a great Quinella, but I'll lean towards Vice Grip to get back into the winners list. And looking for a bit of value deep on the program. Race 10, number 7, Soul's Glory.
Yeah, grade drop.
Nice drop in grade. That's the key for this greyhound. Wide draws, no problem at all. Winds up out wide. It's a pay 1 and 2 only race, so it needs to run top 2 on an each way basis to get a result. But I think the dog's very capable. It's been running sort of around that 22 flat to sub 22 fairly consistently. And yeah, just looks the really good beneficiary of that drop in grade. So happy enough to be with it. Looking for a bit of value. Should be there. Race 10, number 7, Soul's Glory, on an each way basis. Has to run top 2. Over to you. Who you're liking for Saturday night, Brett?
Yeah, teaming up with race 7, number 6, Vice Grip for a best bet. Look, if this race was over 520, he'd be $1.15. And you go to 600, which is probably the query, but you look at the litter, they've all run 600. He's even run over 600 in the past in Victoria. That race, he's only had one start in WA over the 600, but that was in a listed Canning Show Cup.
And it's 34.71.
Yeah,
tells you
and
he gets a trip
he had to do a lot of work in that race to get to the lead, and probably was right for the picking. JB Slick got over the top. So obviously that was a year ago, but he went 29.62 the previous start by Script. He's clearly flying. I expect him to handle his business there on Saturday night. Race 7, number 6, Vice Script, the best bet. For a bit of value, race 3, number 8, Falcon 9. Look, I like 2 in this race. The other one's rostered off, but we're looking for value, so I've gone here with Falcon 9. Look, I like him from box 8. West on Bray and 7's a fence crasher. Ross Loft can show a bit of early speed. We'll have to deal with West on Bray. And apart from Marla Penny, the rest of the field, not a great deal of early pace. So I expect Falcon 9 to sit forward here, and I've really liked his 2 performances at Mandurah returning to the track. Went 22.68 over an unsuitable 405 metre distance, and then look, he got no luck in that last race over 490 at Mandurah. It was a really hot race, and he still ran pretty good time, all things considered. So I think he's going really well, Falcon 9. He's done well at Cannington in the past. Expect him to put in a forward showing there on Saturday night. So race 3, number 8, Falcon 9 for a bit of value, along with my best bet, race 7, number 6, teaming up with you with Vice Grip.
Excellent. Be cheering hard that green rug Saturday night, Brett, hoping that Vice Grip can squeeze
We've
it
been
and
a
get the
bit
job done.
more harmonious in recent times. When we were first on this show, we used to go up against each other. We've given that away. We've been teaming up.
As long as they're winning, I don't mind, Brett. That's
Can't
a
beat 'em,
beautiful
join 'em.
thing. Yeah, spot on. It's been pretty nice in recent weeks. Fingers crossed for more of the same this
Absolutely.
upcoming weekend. All the very best with your thoughts for the weekend upcoming. If you're looking for an entertainment possibility, I was down at Mandurah last Friday night. Alina and the team do a wonderful job down there.
Yeah.
Had a great crowd. Big thanks to all of the owners that joined us for that owner appreciation night. It was a wonderful night out there trackside at Mandurah, so that's an option for you Thursday and Friday nights. And likewise, if you're closer in the metro area looking to get out to Cannington, make sure you drop in on a Wednesday or Saturday night.
And I was here Saturday night, Shorty, and look, inside was packed. We were outside. It was a little bit warmer now, so you can sit outside, and we had a fantastic evening. So definitely can recommend Box 1. And every time I've gone to Mandurah, I've had an absolute treat. Certainly worth the drive as well on a Friday night.
Indeed, get around it if you're looking for some options over the next couple of weeks. Get trackside to Mandurah or indeed Cannington. Thanks for company as always here. Make sure you tune in again this time next week for our next edition of Greyhound Gold.